Alright, welcome to one of the scariest places you're going to be all year. Follow me. First, the keys, they look like this. They're going to have the little boxing glove on them. The biggest key is the one you're going to want to use here when you're opening up the chemical storeroom. If you look over here, we're at the door that is pretty much directly across from Mr. Heslop's back door. So if you just follow that over here, we're at this door. We're going to open this, and we're going to take out the key. The door's pretty heavy, watch out. Over here, right when you turn in on your left, here's the light. You should probably try to keep it off, save some energy while you're here, but turn that on when you come in here. So the chemical storeroom, as you can see, just has loads and loads of chemicals that all the chem teachers are going to use, and all the biology teachers, whoever needs it. So this is kind of like a shared space for everyone, but there are a few major parts and we're going to take you through them. So first, there's the main bulk of the chemicals here. They're organized by the Flynn scientific method of having these labels here. They're all labeled here on what types of chemicals you're going to find, and they're usually done by the anion. So for example, all of the sulfides are going to be all in this row right here, right? And then once you find the anion that you're looking for, then they're sorted alphabetically by cation. So for example, the A's are going to start here, so we're going to see an aluminum chloride here, and then when we go down, we're going to keep going down, we're going to find benzoic acid that starts with a B here, and then C, chlorine water, right? And it continues all the way down. This goes the same for all of these rows, and the top row specifically will kind of alternate, so that one's a little specific for itself, but the other one's pretty much all the way down. Keep them in alphabetical order. Next, we're going to go over here. This is kind of the disorganized row as of making this video. All of this stuff here is kind of random. There's some chem orgo stuff. There's some random compounds that nobody wanted to deal with for some reason, like 20 years ago. And then the actual helpful part of this is when we get to the household goods. As you know, if you've seen the other videos, Miss Sparks has like a drawer for these household chemicals, but here's where the other teachers keep theirs. You're going to find things like cornstarch here, some basic oils, aspirin, nothing too crazy. But if you turn directly around, this is where you're going to see another really helpful part. This is where we have all the dyes. So some of the dyes here are going to be like solids like this, and you're going to find the liquid dyes, things that you're going to find some phenolphthalein in here, bromethyl blue. We look down, there's so many different dyes for so many different things. A lot of them are for biology when you're staining things, so you won't deal with too many, but if you ever have to come back here, here's where they're going to be. And then between these two shelves, there are some sugars that you can look for. Right here on this shelf again is the organic section, and this is also organized by the Flynn scientific method, but a little bit worse. The organics rather, mostly are going to be the acids that you're going to find in your body, stuff like that. They're organized alphabetically again, but there are not too many of them that we are going to use here because we're not taking organic chemistry. Back here in the depths, again, stuff that people didn't want to deal with. And then here's the bulk of what you're going to be back here for, stoppers. They come in so many different sizes here. Like you're going to find some big stoppers, some little stoppers in here, and then some absolutely gigantic ones when you get down here. I recommend if you bring the glassware that you want in here, like one type of that glassware, and you can try the stoppers, because right now they're not terribly organized into what size they fit. They're just whatever. But yeah, that should be everything you need from the chemical storeroom. You're going to be coming in here when you're going to want to set up a lab or something, and the chemicals aren't in the classroom. Maybe it's a little more robust of a chemical that we don't typically use. So.